No, it's recording.
I saw the guy that jumped off of.
I'll tell you what
Liam
happened to
Payne.
my mic as
That's
well. My these don't have. I forgot these don't have the fucking weird settings.
Should we move that?
Yeah.
Stick it there.
What is
These don't have the fucking weird setting where you can
Might
change
need to
like
go
hard
to a
audio
piss
to
like
like
5 minutes into the
surround,
podcast, so we'll see.
Half time.
Time out.
Hopefully there's no echo in. That's alright.
I'm gonna
That
come.
sounds okay.
I'm gonna come. Oh!
I don't like
That
being
is recording,
close
by
to
the way.
Jake.
Well, why don't you like being next to me?
Because you smell. Because you burp.
I do.
Half my nose is blocked, so I'll be alright with it. And Reese.
I think mine's got like sound suppression and just like doesn't get picked up. I'm sniffing it like mine barely gets picked up.
Alright, so, Reese, are you ready?
Bro's saying I'm already as if it's my first podcast.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch.
Jake, you ready to finish?
No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
The same before you.
I'm not. Sorry, I'm not ready.
Jake, I'm going to mute you in a minute.
You can ask Tommy if he's ready, and I'll be ready in a minute.
Tommy,
Why are the
ready?
chocolate wrappers on the floor, on the table? Clean up after yourself, you fucking child. Don't you dare, don't. I will tell your mother.
If you just absolutely fucking waterboarded your computer.
And then that would have been.
It should be waterproof, but I've never tested it before, and
Well,
I
we
don't
can
want to
test it
either.
now.
I don't want to test it.
Let's not do that.
I got a shooting discount on this at least.
You just got dip.
Anyway, Tommy, you ready?
Yeah, I'm
Jake,
sorry.
are you now finally ready?
I'm ready.
Ready to roll? Okay, so in a 3, a 2, a 3, 2, 1. Okay, so hello, welcome back to Off Topic. This is episode 33 now. I'm back with Jake, I'm back with Tom, and I'm also
Hello.
back with a special guest called Reese. Yeah, so we don't get special guests very often, so this is a very, very special episode.
A very, very special guest as well.
Our last one
There's
was
two
Amelia.
very special people on here.
Yeah, last one was Amelia, and then before that it was like Saf from like a year ago. So this is like the third time we've ever had a special guest.
I've got a couple of people that said they'd be interested.
Yeah. Well, we could.
Jensen.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan said he wants to do it.
Oh, Jonathan. I think Jonathan would be a pretty good
I
podcast.
was
as well,
tempted to ask him today, but I didn't know any microphones there were.
Yeah. It's a shame there's only 4 seats, but if there were more, we probably wouldn't be able to get everyone in anyway.
Yeah.
No.
Oh no.
But yeah, so it's been about 2 weeks since our last episode, simply because we've been a bit busy or too tired to do the last 2 weeks. So where to start? Because normally we do go through what we did over the past week, but because it's been like 3 weeks, I mean.
It's been a shit few weeks and.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. We could start with the varsity. That was a pretty big moment. I mean, we could go through the different sports. I mean, we went through the pool.
3-0.
Yeah. So basically, me and Reese, we went to the varsity to watch them. Reese, you've never even been to like an American football game for the uni before.
No, I've not been to one of the university ones, but obviously I went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you were in Super Bowl with us.
It was good. I enjoyed
Yeah.
watching American football and getting it explained.
Yeah.
So guys,
That
can
game was an absolute
Yeah.
fucking.
you tell me what the
It
lowest
was
score of the
shit.
entire season was?
Who was that?
3-0.
It was the varsity game.
At the
it was
varsity
3-0.
that
Against-
everyone went to
against
support you guys.
against the Newcastle Raiders, which is
That you were
the
expecting to
Newcastle
win
team.
as well, weren't you?
Well, yeah, we
Yeah.
did win, but we didn't expect to win by 3.
3-0.
Which
I think one of the football scores were higher. It was like 4-1 in the
Aren't
men's
they in
football.
the division underneath us as well?
no, they're in the division. Newcastle are in the division
Above us.
above us,
Yeah.
but we're now in the same division as them. So
Ah.
we were in a division below.
You know what's
We're in,
How
crazy?
did you expect to beat them then? Did they have a bad
Well,
season?
because
or-
yeah,
because they're
the-
shit.
fair enough.
The only reason they're still in the league above us is because one of the other teams, universities, couldn't sort out a coach to Newcastle.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So,
they got
So-
a free
they
win.
shouldn't really have been there in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah. So they should have been relegated, and we should have got promoted. So they should
Yeah.
have been in Div 1, and we went to the Premier.
It's going to correct itself next season, though, when you're in the actual division you probably should have
Oh,
been in.
oh yeah. I
me
mean,
and Sol
quarterbacks
try out
leaving.
and absolutely smash the team.
yeah, literally. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they're not that good, and it's not just the fact that they had a bus that was late, and
No, it
they-
wasn't there. It didn't go at all.
Yeah, well, yeah, they didn't get a bus, and they basically got a walkover win. It's not just that; it's just the past varsity games that we've had against the Raiders. We've lost because of bullshit.
I'm sure
So-
it's the first time we've won since 2007.
Yeah,
Wait, talk about the refs. What happened with the refs last year or something?
Yeah,
Tell me about that.
so what happens in American football is if when there's a draw, is it will go to overtime, and overtime is basically both teams get a drive each to try and score. and he basically just goes back and forth until one team.
It's supposed to be a fair way of settling a game.
Yeah, but
I had to Google it mid-game because I was like, this game could generally end like 0-0.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it could go to overtime.
I remember you asked me, and I was like, I don't know.
I saw
Yeah.
something about aren't they changing how the overtime rules work because it's unfair on one team that starts. I saw something about that the other
Could
day.
be.
News thing,
It
they
could
were
be
like,
changing.
both
Yeah,
teams get a
Because-
chance to attack within the 10 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
10
yeah.
minutes
The
into something.
SEC final, which is the SEC is the like Southern America, like all the really good college teams. Their championship went to 8 overtimes.
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which is-
so
What are the
basically,
chances of that?
I know. So basically, what happens with last year with the Raiders was it was 0-0, and there was an hour and 30. Right, the refs put on an hour and 30 of overtime, which we then lost.
And this was when our team were playing both ways.
Yeah. So our
Is
team.
that how it works? So if you don't actually, if no one scores in the overtime, it's another overtime.
Yeah, it is, and
Yeah.
it just keeps going, and it's it's just the first team to score wins,
Uh,
basically. That's legit how it goes. And
And we didn't have enough linemen or players to play once because we have to each side. Offense will be 11 players and then
Yeah.
defense is 11. But we had to offense played defense and shit. So they were
Chill out
playing
players.
both ways.
yeah, because we
for
didn't
an
have
hour and a
enough
half.
players for both ways. Yeah, so if you
The
think
3 hours of the game and then the hour and a half extra.
Yeah, but and
Yeah.
you see, if you think about it, so our players last year had to play both ways because they weren't enough. But the Newcastle team, they had enough players, so they had like one offense team and one defense team.
Massive advantage.
Yeah, which is, it's a huge
Yeah.
advantage, and you can imagine how tired our players would have been an hour and a half,
Yeah.
constantly back and forth, no breaks. So we lost that one, and then I think there was another one that we lost because of a bullshit decision. I think
The referee.
was
Something
it?
like that. I forgot what it was.
I forgot
Was
what
it
it was.
their lane coach? Their
It was
campus?
there. Yeah, it was
Right.
their.
So
So it was their referee.
I
yeah,
think
it
this
was-
is the first we've
yeah.
had it in 5 years, I think.
Yeah,
I-
this is
I
the
imagine
first
if
time
your
it-
team's referee is refereeing the varsity game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching the game and I was
Yeah.
like, "Where's the black and white stripes that you normally referee would have?" And I realised it was actually your coach
Our
refereeing.
coach,
I was thinking,
yeah.
sure, you must win now at this rate.
Yeah.
What do you
He's not a
think?
coach. He just helps
he's
out
a-
Well,
sometimes.
he helps out.
Well,
yeah.
he's a receiver coach, I think.
No,
no, he's
he-
I thought
a
you told me he was a
He
coach.
Oh,
plays
he's
for
a-
he was a Vikings coach. No, not a Viking. Yeah,
he's a
but I
defense
think-
coach, isn't he?
but I think he just turns up randomly when Pete needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we needed help in the varsity. Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
So our ref for the varsity game that we won on, like I said, it was a coach, and there were some calls that were like fair that you would expect a ref to make, but obviously he's going to be a little bit biased against
Yeah.
us. And there, I will admit, there were some calls in there that he purposely made just to
Newcastle
give us
getting
an
fucking
advantage.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
We don't know he did that. He just gave the call.
Yeah, we don't know he did it, but from what I saw, it'll.
It's
but we-
open to
see them
debate.
get
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
open
Yeah.
to
Hang on,
debate.
we were watching football the other day, and it should have been a penalty, but it wasn't. Who was it? Fucking.
Oh. Are you talking about the Liverpool Everton free kick?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the red
yeah.
card?
No, it was
Tawoski.
when. What's his
Oh,
name? What's the
that-
keeper?
yeah,
Pickford,
that one.
when Pickford
Oh,
wigged him in the
Pickford,
box.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
It
yeah.
wasn't a penalty.
Yeah.
Do you know everyone was talking about like, the Everton red card, right? But no one was talking about Pickford and the penalty for Liverpool
Yeah.
because that should have been a penalty. He literally just kicked the Liverpool player,
Yeah.
and like nothing happened after that.
Mhm.
And it wasn't like an
Nobody
offside
was
or
talking about the
anything.
brutal assault that Caicedo received yesterday as well in the,
Hmm.
in the Chelsea game where he got his shin grazed a bit and
Yeah.
fell over and died.
I'm so bored of talking about VAR in football though.
Yeah.
It
That's
is
so
it
bored of
is
seeing it as a
every
Chelsea
game.
fan. It happens all the fucking
Yeah, I'm so glad the League Cup final ended like with no VAR controversy
Yeah,
really
true.
that much at all. Because you don't want finals and stuff to be like that.
The thing is with VAR, right, is it's a good tool and it does help.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that now they just like the officials, they just take the piss with it.
It's like they're micromanaging every
Yeah,
single
every
thing that
little
happens.
thing.
They brought it in
Yeah.
to get rid of like clear and obvious errors, and now it's used to see if someone's toenails offside.
Sides. And it's literally like, I mean, I think we.
Imagine American football had that. Like,
Oh,
We've
it would
just
be
got
horrible.
it'd be
we've got
even more
guys at the side.
stop-sided than it already is. Like,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
But I think what this shows though is that how hard it was for a referee to referee a game before VAR.
Mhm.
Like it's such a hard job. Like I was a referee. Were you ever a referee or anything like that?
No, I just
Oh.
abuse referees in the
Yeah.
football.
Yeah,
pitch,
yeah, yeah.
I'm not-
I've probably been abused if I was one from you. But to be fair, it is a really, really hard job. So it's like you're always going to make mistakes at some point. And some fans, I think, would rather see referee make a mistake every now and again rather than have VAR intervene at every single thing.
Well, yeah.
And the ones that happened last night were like 6 minutes, 7 minutes long, like
Yeah.
ages.
12
Just
minutes
waiting.
of added time.
Yeah, yeah, oh
What,
yeah.
just
And
for
that
VAR?
adds loads of added time on at the end of the game as
Because
well.
there was 2 goals that were ruled off by
Yeah,
VAR.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because
That offside was not even like the Tottenham defender had his arm out like that.
I think what needs to happen is there needs to be some sort of rule book change because
Hmm.
offside these days now is literally even if your elbow is slightly offside, that
Well,
just
supposed to
counts.
be, as in what was in the World Cup that automated VAR.
that was
stuff, aren't
good.
they? Like,
The
automated
Euros last
offsides.
year, do you
Yeah.
remember? They were good.
Yeah.
Because you can't, like you said, you can't score with your elbow, but that
No.
can keep
Yeah, yeah,
someone
It
on
should
the
be
side
the
on one
limb that the
side,
ball
yeah.
made
It should,
contact with.
innit, it should be if your foot's like if your leg's offside, then that's obviously that counts
Yeah.
because your leg's offside. But if it's any other body part, like
It's a body
head,
part you can use to run or hit a ball with. And
yeah,
that-
that's
Yeah.
what it
Yeah,
should count. Yeah,
exactly.
because I'm pretty sure we saw. I don't remember. I know it was sometime this week, or maybe or sometime. But we were watching a VAR replay, and this guy's goal got disallowed because his elbow was offside.
Yeah.
How ridiculous
And
is
he was
that?
facing the other way.
Yeah, and he was facing
as
the other
fans,
way.
we want
Yeah.
goals in the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you stop that rule where elbows and stuff they don't count, we're gonna get more goals and more excitement as well.
Yeah,
on
because
top
his
of it.
feet were onside,
Yeah.
but his elbows were off, and they ruled it offside. How
ridiculous.
ridiculous is
That's why a
that?
lot of
Yeah.
Americans don't like the sport because there's like one. You watch 90 minutes of men run around and they get
Oh,
one
God
goal.
forbid Americans don't like a stop-start you sport.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, but it's like 'cause it's so low scoring.
What I
Yeah,
will
I get
say
you,
though
man.
is you can't really replace the feeling of a goal like in American football. There's no real
No,
equivalent.
no.
Unless they score like unless it's even, there's like 1 more minute, and then someone gets like a touchdown.
Yeah.
But apart from that, you can't really
Well, it's like
replace a
if
goal.
basketball doesn't have VAR and shit like that, does it?
No, it
Either?
doesn't.
It's like,
None of the American
It's such a
hockey
football
doesn't have
thing.
VAR. It's literally
yeah,
just.
hockey just beat the shit out of
Yeah.
someone if you
Yeah.
fucking, you know.
I
the
think
ref's supposed to allow it, which is
Yeah.
even better.
Isn't the rule in ice hockey you're allowed to beat each other up for 45 seconds or until someone's
Yeah.
helmet comes off and then it stops?
yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Imagine that in football. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
like because in hockey the rule is if there's two players that have got beef, the ref is allowed to let them scrap.
The only problem is because it's allowed. People they just do it for the hell of it now.
But it's like
Yeah,
even in
yeah.
baseball, aren't you allowed to charge the mound as well?
Yeah,
Like,
you can,
fucking-
yeah.
You're allowed to just like run at the guy who threw the ball at
Well,
you.
it's like the I don't know if you ever saw the American Canada hockey game. Literally.
That was a rivalry there, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, obviously two like biggest. I think it was like some championship or something. But
Four
literally,
Nations.
yeah, 4 Nations or something. But literally, like I think it was 30 seconds in, fucking these two like American and Canadian players just started having a scrap. 30 seconds in. How mental.
This is
is
like
that?
how football was in the 1960s. It feels like hockey's like way behind, and that's how like it used
like
to be in
Vinny
football.
grabbing Gaz's bollocks.
I'm trying to. Yeah, actually, does anyone know when the World Cup draw is actually on?
No.
No.
I'll have a look.
Thing is,
I want to know when this draw is.
The thing is, right, I think if in football, if they take it less seriously, because it's so serious, like to the point where it's ridiculous.
It's life.
It's ridiculously serious, right? If they just don't take it as seriously, it could be so much better. Like, getting rid of
Like
some
who
VA
taking it not seriously? Like
Yeah,
who,
get-
like, who though? Who not taking it seriously?
The officials.
Well, the officials
the
not
pl-
taking the game as
Well,
seriously.
yeah, because if you think right, VAR, right, an elbow offside, that is a bit
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that. But
Yeah.
Like
if
so they
it
don't
is blatantly
micromanage every
offside,
little
call
thing.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if they had fucking hockey rules and Haaland, instead of saying stay humble, he's twatting the fuck out of. Who was it he was saying it to?
I'd pay to say that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. People would want to see that.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
People
like,
don't
it's not
wanna
a
sit
contact
there.
Sport, though.
That's why
Yeah,
Tottenham
that's
was
true,
interesting
yeah.
yesterday because not only was it back and forth, but like
Yeah.
it was a bit.
It was a good
grudgy,
game. Yeah, it was. Well, it was good. It,
For
it,
1-0
looked a bit like a
it was
championship
good.
game at times,
Yeah.
though. The way both teams couldn't really keep the ball for long.
It was a good 1-0 game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, by the way, the World Cup draw for next year is in March 2026 after all the qualifiers are done. So we've got a whole year until we watch the draw. I hope USA get done with like Canada or something.
When is
That'd
the
be
World Cup?
interesting. June 2026 to July 2026. It's like 1 month.
It's what
2 months.
Mexico, Canada, and America.
Yeah, but most of them are in America, including the final. Which is a bit of a shame because
Yeah,
the Mexico
North
Azteca
America.
Stadium's iconic for the
What
World Cup.
stadium are they doing
I
the
want
final
another
in? Have they
absolute
announced?
shit
It's
show
that
to go
MetLife
again,
Stadium.
like
You know the one with
fucking,
like no roof. It's like a bowl.
Oh,
the
the one
England's
in-
group,
England's
it's
group
England, Iran, and USA.
California.
What's going to go wrong there?
Oh no, it's
I want that
East
again.
Side.
They should have an AT&T stadium.
I was gonna
Or-
say that would have been a good one.
Oh, what's
But to be fair, yeah,
SoFi,
the
the SoFi
American
Stadium's good as
class.
well.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
American stadiums are all
Google
good,
the
so it should be
Gillette
good for
Stadium.
that.
I think it's the Gillette Stadium where the Pats play. They've got a fucking lighthouse in the corner of their stadium. Or they did.
A lighthouse.
Yeah. At least I'm pretty sure
Well,
it's the
you-
They're
Patriots.
sponsored by a shaving brand.
Well,
Every stadium is
yeah.
named after a brand.
Well, yeah, fucking Nalcamp, one of the biggest stadiums in the world.
Spotify.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Well, if you think right, well, American stadiums are naturally big because like they've just got space to do it and they've got the funding for it. Like it's not like over here where we can have like fucking
They're
these
small countries.
It's like
100
Newcastle Stadium's in the middle of a fucking
is-
housing
oh,
estate.
yeah,
Well,
innit,
actually-
Same
yeah.
as Chelsea's.
Yeah, in the 90s, we actually wanted to move stadium. You know, Sir John Hall, the former Newcastle owner, he built the Metro Centre, by the way. Well, helped. But basically, we wanted to build one on Leazes Park, but environmentalists, and because of legally protected land, they said no,
They're
we
still
can't do
doing
that.
about the stadium upgrade. Have you seen all the
Yeah.
petitions about it? Don't
Yeah.
ruin Leazes Park. And I'm sat there thinking, well, yeah, I'd like it to stay a park, but it also does need a facelift because it's
Yeah.
a bit of a.
But basically,
place.
the
Yeah.
compromise they're trying to do with the council is that
Yeah.
they knock down St James Park, build a new park on that instead,
Mhm.
and then build a stadium on the current Leazes Park.
Yeah.
But in the new plans, I think it was on the Telegraph yesterday, a report came out. saying that they're not actually going to use all of Leazes Park. Like some of it will be next to St James's Park, so we can still play as St James's while it's being built.
But one of my
But
mates is
it won't
in
take up the
Ryder
entire
with the
park.
architecture firm who are building the new St
Yeah,
James's
yeah.
Park, and
Oh.
he said that like they're planning on just doing it somewhere like in the back end of Leazes Park where the current stadium is.
Yeah, I think they can still keep the lake there as well.
There's just concrete
Yeah.
over the lake and build it in the lake.
To be fair,
Yeah.
keeping the lake sounds a bit dangerous. Can you imagine like 50, 60,000 Geordies and there's a lake here and everyone's
We've
getting
lost
drunk around
3-0
the
to
stadium.
Sunderland's drown
Yeah,
ourselves
yeah,
in the
yeah.
lake.
It's like that Bramley Moor Stadium that Everton are doing. It's right next to the river
Oh,
or
the
sea.
fishbowl. It's
Yeah.
fucking awful.
Yeah, and have you seen it? Where like I'll
Wow.
show you it.
It's
Basically,
why I
it's
don't
right
want
next
us
to
to
the
get a new
water.
stadium because I know fucking our American owners are gonna try and make it fucking
American.
Americanized. And
Let's
it's
get
gonna
rid
look
of
like
Stamford Bridge.
soulless.
You're getting rid of
Right.
Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Well,
the
the,
fuck?
the
Yeah, no.
Battersea
This
power
has been
plant-
like I've heard this like even 10 years ago. Or if Chelsea want to build a new stadium, but like
You
where?
know,
though?
I'm not going to say
Look.
any names, but my
That is
buddy.
ridiculous.
The
Is
water's right there.
Look, if you think right, like,
I'll tell you in a minute.
if you think right, like, let's say like,
I'll show you in a minute.
it's
I've
like
already seen the empty
Yeah,
stadium
yeah. I
right
thought,
by
I
the
thought,
water.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you did.
well, you think if there's like a flood or something, right?
Yeah.
That stadium's fucked.
I don't think there'll be a flood.
Oh, what a shame! Everton Stadium's gone.
Well, you know what I mean, because it's literally already on the water, right? Which is already a dangerous
Yeah.
area. Because
I
like,
know, we were looking at doing it in
if
the
there's like an
If it's
Battersea
tsunami or
power
something
or
plant.
a
to survive.
tsunami, or if
Yeah.
just if there's anything wrong with it, right? That's falling in the
How
water.
big's
It's
Stamford
like-
Bridge?
yeah, it's 40 something thousand.
44,000.
I thought it was bigger
It's
than
smaller
that.
than
Because the
Sunderland
rights of
Stadium.
Our,
I thought it was
our-
bigger.
our club name's right is on the land. So if
Yeah.
we were to move to a new stadium, which we'd have to, we can't rebuild there. We'd have to change the name of our club.
Do you know what I
It's
love?
a problem with space because you're in London as well. There's like not a lot of space
Yeah,
for
Well,
a
I
new
said that's,
stadium.
that's why we're looking at doing it in a power plant.
But then you have to move like where to? Like how many
Battersea,
Chelsea
so
fans?
It's, like, it's not far away. But
It's not.
Do you know what I
close.
love about Cockneys, right? My buddy owns a recruitment company, and he supplied the workers who did Pride Month at Stamford Bridge, right? And they put the Pride flags, you know, in the the corner flags, or whatever. They did the seats, all the colours. And the Chelsea fans got their one game and they trashed the entire fucking
Yeah.
lot. They just undid all the work.
By the way, have you seen how steep the steps are for the stadium?
Yeah,
What
that's
is it?
I'm
Is
guessing
it?
you've seen this
Yeah.
as well, Reese.
Yeah.
But like, look at this. So say if the last minute goal goes in, all the fans are just going to come falling
Have
forward.
you seen they were trying to do what Borussia Dortmund have got with the
yellow wall?
The yellow wall.
Yeah, it doesn't
just made
exactly look the same, does
horrific.
it?
looked
Yeah.
Terrible, yeah. Because you have to
I think
abide
that was
by
their
the Premier
attempt.
League's regulations of standing fans and stuff. Obviously,
Yeah.
that isn't as strict in Dortmund.
Like I don't
in
think this
Germany in
photo
general.
really does it justice, but it is quite steep. If you used to see that, Tom.
Yeah.
It is.
It is very
I saw
steep.
something post about the angle, isn't it? It's like so a staircase. I'm not to go too architecturally, but a regular used staircase has to like be within a certain like rising.
Yeah,
point and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
and it's right on the territory, and then the angles of the stairs are.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
So they couldn't abide by the yellow wall regulations of having
it's
a
in
massive stand.
regulations, but it's quite.
Yeah.
It's
And then it flooded actually. Jake, you were sort of right. It flooded last year.
Yeah, I saw
The
that
stadium?
in the dugouts. Yeah.
Yeah, and in the tunnels as well, where the fans
Yeah.
were on the concourse. So it's like
well, that's what I mean, right?
it's
You
not the best start, is it, for a new stadium? It's not the best
It
start.
is meeting the fishbowl regulations.
Yeah.
It's whole water.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you've put it on top of water. You should expect it to flood.
We haven't even fucking spoke about the biggest clown fiesta of a stadium. You're fucking.
Yeah, that's true.
absolute
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
all this
yeah.
building.
That's true.
Shock of the waterfall.
Yeah.
Trafford, yeah.
Old-
New Trafford, whatever they're calling it.
New Trafford.
Oh, I thought you were shit talking Old Trafford for leaking.
No.
New Trafford, yeah, but
Look
it looks
at
pretty
that.
cool.
is
It's a circus
mental.
tent.
Yeah.
I
but-
can't. It looks
it's
kind of
awful.
cool at the same time.
What?
Let's look at this.
The leaking.
The
Old
the
Trafford.
absolute limb.
Yeah.
Awful, yeah.
I mean, you know, you could go there for a shower, I suppose. I mean,
Yeah.
shame Liverpool doesn't have a leak in their stadium. They'll have
Even
a
the
shower.
stadium's crying because that's the watches play.
Who?
Didn't that happen during a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like just after the
Wasn't
game.
Matei there when it started leaking? Because he went to watch Leicester.
Yeah,
or
he saw it
something.
leak. No, it wasn't during Leicester. It was some other game where it started raining and he said he saw it leak. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's an actual pretty big problem. I mean, look at that. I mean,
Our
you could-
owners, though, were
that's like almost
diabolical.
dangerous.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Our owners are diabolical. I would say Man United's owners are the worst in the Prem at the moment.
Hmm.
Mm,
Who's in the relegation? Southampton's owners are pretty bad, apparently.
Yeah, but hang on. Yeah, but whose owners had one of the biggest clubs in England, bankrupted it, and didn't care, and kept taking money from a bankrupted club because they
Which
couldn't
club
care
is
less.
it that they're in a lower league? Oh, it's Reading, isn't it? It's Reading.
Oh, yeah, they're
own-
fucked.
they're gone bankrupt because of their owners.
Who?
Fucking.
Reading.
Reading.
Oh yeah, they're the worst. It's probably in English
Because
football.
it's the I don't want to put a country in it, but it's they have an Asian owner who's like pulling money out the club and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like absent owner basically.
Terrible.
Well, that's what the Glazers do, and they just show up randomly in a box and
Well, it's
go, "Oh,
what
we're supporting it."
it's what Newcastle's all doing. Mike Ashley
Yeah.
used to, and you just inject it in the Rangers, who are even fucking worse.
This was during the Euros last year. The Borussia Dortmund Stadium. It wasn't leaking. It was just water coming off the roof, like onto the The
pitch.
ground
Yeah.
looks a bit like the Old Trafford one. You've got competition there, Tom.
We're
Yeah.
approaching 20 minutes of football here. Should we
Oh, there's lightning.
switch
yeah.
topics of people who don't care about football? Stay interested.
We invited a guy on once called Mate. I don't know if you remember.
He was on
And
a few
Mate
times.
spoke
I think I've
about
met him.
all he spoke about was
With football. Yeah.
for the entire thing.
Man United specifically.
Yeah,
He's
when he
Man
is a Man
United
United fan.
He came in as Man United top actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. All he did, and then whenever we tried to like change topic, he would always somehow bring it back to Man United.
Yeah.
And like just for an hour straight, it was him talking about Man United.
I'm a Man United fan, but I just get depressed talking about them nowadays. I get either called delusional.
Not being funny, I think it was the most bored I've ever been in my life.
Nah, we did a podcast 3 weeks ago when Jake was sat there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like the entire
Zombie.
podcast.
Yeah, but I was tired that day. Like I wasn't bored. I was just tired.
You were in a you didn't talk to anyone for we left and you stayed in the restaurant, but you didn't talk to anyone for 2 hours, and we thought you were gonna kill yourself.
Until the pizza arrived.
Yeah, until the food arrived.
Until the food arrived and I got revived.
Speaking of food, I've got
Aw.
something in my hand.
Oh
here.
yeah, have you seen that song?
Wait, what's
It's like
that?
toxic
Toxic.
waste.
Oh.
So I used to fucking.
Oh.
My tongue used to erode when I was younger, and I used to get really bad teeth stuff because I used to fucking love these.
There's one thing
Oh.
worse than toxic waste though, and that's those bean
Bean
boozled.
boozled.
Bean
They- I
Rise
think
were
they were
awesome.
worse.
I used to
Yeah.
have bean boozled.
I couldn't eat them.
I used to have
couldn't.
them.
Yeah.
Because it was a
Tried the
trend.
American version of them, Warheads, whatever they're called.
No.
They're
Yeah,
Warheads,
I've heard of
yeah.
them. Yeah.
So good.
Weren't toxic waste were banned, weren't they, at some point?
I think they were looking at it.
Or there was
I heard
one
something.
It
variant
was when
of
they
it.
were doing all the sugar and shit in school as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't because you had some ingredients that were like.
Where
not
did you
very
get those from, by the way?
Yeah, literally fucking Poundland.
good. You get them
They
anywhere.
saw them in Pound. That's crazy.
Well, these are the nuclear fusion versions.
What? Is that, like, is
Are
that
they
more
still-
extreme?
Are they still really sour
So
as fuck?
it's raspberry lemon, orange apple, banana blueberry, grape strawberry, and pineapple.
I
passion
don't do
fruit.
good with sour stuff.
That's
Neither
it.
do I, but
Yeah.
I'm still happy.
To be
to
fair,
try
I don't
that.
mind. I don't mind
used to
kiwis
just
and
eat
stuff.
these
So.
as just fun, enjoyable sweets. I'm even gonna look at what I'm giving you. You're getting random ones. Read out
Oh,
what you've got.
Cheers.
cheers, man. What did I get?
Is like a certain flavour that's worse, or are they all bad?
I got raspberry lemon.
I got orange apple. Oh fuck.
I've got
Right,
orange
hang
apples
on, should we eat
also.
these
Oh,
one?
orange apple.
Do you want to eat them all together or one at a time?
What have you got?
All together.
Raspberry lemon.
We'll give everyone a different one. So that's banana blueberry.
Cheers. You're gonna run out, race of this week.
Yeah, I've got a fucking whole.
Which one did you get, Sol?
Look, banana blueberry.
Pass me
And
the
orange apple.
I've already got orange apple. So.
Oh, fuck me.
Pass me that
What was the one that used to have the powder in? Pop Rocks.
I've got
Pop
Oh yeah,
Rocks.
make it. It's kind of
Dip- and it
popping.
used to pop in your mouth.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
They stopped doing them in most places.
Yeah,
I only
they-
opened that.
they
the
were
other day.
banned.
Jake's got.
I've got orange apple.
So now we all have different ones. I've got
Right.
pineapple passion fruit.
Oh,
Let's
brilliant.
open
Oh.
it away from the microphones.
That's
so
if I-
absolutely rail everyone's ears.
That's if I can open it.
I made it so easy. Straight in.
Don't look so innocent and small
Do you
and
look
nice.
innocent? Have you seen the fucking tub that they come in, Sol?
Apart from the tub. Look at that. So the
Right.
One sec. That's
But I think these ones, so do you know how the outside is sour than the inside?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
These are sour on the outside, you get through the middle and it's sweet and it's sour
Oh,
in the middle
shit.
again.
Oh, so it punches you again.
Fuck's sake, Jake.
That's
Do you
it,
chop
no,
it?
Sorry.
You still eat it, wouldn't you?
I'll still eat it.
Yeah.
it's
5
fine.
second rule.
Right, ready?
Oh,
Right, in
fuck.
a 3.
Hey, cheers, cheers. Go cheers.
Two.
Go cheers.
I
Cheers.
remember I got
Oh,
one.
1.
oh, fucking go.
Where's your wrapper?
Mm.
It's so nice.
Ah!
Not sponsored, but I love these.
Oh, that is shit. That is actually shit. Oh,
Pineapple passion fruit. It's actually quite nice.
That's worse than I remember them.
that orange and apple was shit, man. Oh,
Oh. Getting to the sweet bit.
Yeah, you get a sweet bit, then it gets to a sour bit in the middle as well.
Oh.
oh, that is diabolical. I'm fucking sweating. Oh my god.
You know what? It actually doesn't last long. The sour bit doesn't last.
Yeah, when they get the middle.
Can I really bite into it?
Oh,
Bite into it, you'll get sour again.
yeah.
Oh,
Enjoy the sweetness while it's there, then get the sour again. Apologies for this, by the way. It's gonna be lip slapping for the next 5 minutes.
So ASMR.
oh.
Toxic waste mukbang.
Mother of Jesus.
Oh my god.
You know what? The sweet bar's actually really nice. They're
Yeah.
really, really nice if it was just sweet.
Fucking
Now it's
hell.
peak when Bruce taking his headset off.
Oh.
We will bring that.
I think we should get the hot ones, chicken wings, and
Oh.
give them to Jake on
Oh,
the
I'd die. I'd die.
I do have one of the sauces, but it's one of the milder ones.
podcast.
Then we go to Alfie's and then you got like the hot ones and me and Jake just didn't eat them.
Yeah, because they were quite hot though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thing is, I was washing it down with beer, and that's
Every
not
time I
the best
come back on
sandwich.
the podcast, I'll bring a new, just like outrageous food.
What the?
Well,
Have you
have
got
you
any
been to?
left? You got any left?
Yeah, there's like an entire tub. There's like 15, 20 in there.
What are the odds of having another one?
We can later on in the bit. Yeah.
Have you been to Mankind in Eldon Square?
Oh,
They have like I'm pretty sure they have like a Hot Ones fucking starter set, and it's got all like
Have I got
7
red?
sauces and shit.
Not a
Yeah.
lot.
They're like
a
20
little bit
quid.
pink. A little bit
Yeah, I
pink.
know. Oh,
I'm not bad with spicy. But
No,
like,
I'm not bad with it, but
I don't remember them
that'll
being
be
sour in the
outrageous.
middle afterwards. I
Yeah,
thought
that's
it
what
just
I'm
stayed
saying.
sweet.
It's because of 2 flavors, so you get like the sour on the outside, something nice in the middle.
yeah.
then you
Oh,
get
I'm at the sour
secondary
again.
sour in the middle.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I bit into it, so I got like an explosion of
I'm
sour.
just gently letting it go. Very nice that.
You're so used to them, I can tell.
Thing is,
I literally have a tub of these empty on my desk in the architect studio, which I just sit and scram them.
Do you know how like students put like alcohol bottles on the ceiling
Yeah.
or like windowsill? You should put like toxic waste. That's more of a flex.
I'm not gonna lie, mate. I think I got orange and apple, and I thought, oh, that'll be quite nice. I probably the 2 sourest fucking fruits I could have got.
Yeah.
Lemon patch.
Oh no, see, imagine orange was sour though. I could
Look
fucking
at the banana
taste.
one. Was that you?
Yeah, banana and
I haven't
pineapple.
looked at the banana, so that would have been. No, I'm
Yeah,
looking.
banana-
Still pretty sour.
What?
It's still pretty
Well,
sour.
yeah, no, but I imagine banana and pineapple's not sour. Like,
Well, you try one later, then you can find out.
Pineapple's one I've got. I've got pineapple passion fruit.
Oh, passion fruit, that would be alright.
right.
that was probably the worst like
Worst-
5 minutes of my life.
Nah,
That's
you
what she said.
No, actually, while we're still on the topic of football, we'll just quickly address it. Eddie's massive mags.
Yeah.
That happened last week when
Boom.
Eddie's not weren't doing the
Most
podcast.
recent
yeah?
club in England to win a trophy.
A cereal bowl.
First time since
Cereal
1969. Yeah. Oh, and the trophy parade was so good. It
My
was,
club
it
actually
was
we win
mental.
trophies like the incredible conference.
Does it
League.
feel better
It's
for you?
coming. It's coming. All right.
Does it feel better or worse for you that you've gotten to the Carabao Cup twice in the last 5 years and you've won one?
To be fair, it kind of
Would
feels sweeter though
Twice
when
in
you've lost
3
one
years.
before.
Twice in 3
Twice in
years.
3 years. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it does feel sweeter when you've lost before, because then you know the feeling of
'Cause
how,
you got so
how much it
close.
hurt. Yeah.
And
I
then-
remember that day.
But didn't he do a parade for losing it last time?
No, that was
Not
no.
defeating
In there,
turned out.
basically in 1999, there was a parade after losing against Man U in the FA Cup final, and
Mhm.
thousands of fans lined the streets.
Wait,
Even
wait,
back
wait,
then,
wait,
no
wait,
teams
whoa,
did
whoa, whoa,
losing
hang on,
parades.
hang on. Are you telling me the last 2 times you got to a final before this one, you were at Man United and we kicked you home? Is that what you're
Shut
telling?
And then the year before that, against in 1998, the year before that against Arsenal, we also lost, and then
Yeah.
there was also another trophy
So you
parade.
got
Well,
close
not parade,
a few times.
trophy. Yeah, basically. Well, we didn't go to any finals since 1999 until 2023, and then so it was
Well,
quite
at
a long
least-
way.
At least now that you've won something, it'll entice the players to actually stick around.
And yeah, and also because they know that like it's a club on the up, they're not gonna like just I don't think wages and stuff they're gonna get their heads sent by Real Madrid or other clubs
Well,
when they know there's a
Isak's-
project here.
I
They
think
love
your
him.
only
Liverpool
issue is
want
Isak.
Isak.
Yeah,
Huh?
your only problem's Isak.
Yeah, Liverpool want him.
And maybe
Ugh.
Gordon, because like Liverpool are obviously going to lose
I've
Diaz
heard
and
a lot
Salah.
about
in
that.
the finals.
Did you see what was it the other week? Liverpool said they want to do a trade and 40 million quid for Isak in exchange for.
It's not even-
Kwanzaa,
I
is
don't
it
think
Kwanzaa,
Isak will
Joe
go to
Gomez
Liverpool.
or something,
No, I'm sure it was Nunes, wasn't it?
or Nunes. I think.
Their
I
biggest
think
worry for
it's like,
Liverpool is
no
not even
way.
Isak, it's Gordon. Because
Yeah.
it's the same as how Shearer,
Mm.
Blackburn, were doing really well in the
Yeah, well.
league, and then he moved to Newcastle, who was second in the league, just
Mhm.
because it's a home club.
Yeah.
If Liverpool lose Diaz or Gordon, and then you
Yeah.
go knocking to Newcastle for Anthony Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
if Liverpool lose Salah or Diaz, they'll go
Yeah.
knocking for Gordon.
He was a
And then,
perfect fit.
like,
Yeah.
he's not going to say no to his home club, is he?
No.
Well, no, I think at Newcastle, he's always said he's been really happy here. He's really liked it here. He's never said anything about going away.
It's really happy until the money comes knocking.
No, but to be honest, he's still getting paid
That's
pretty well.
everybody.
He's still getting paid pretty well here. And to be honest with you,
Yeah,
in a
but
few years' time, we
Liverpool-
could be competing with Liverpool.
Yeah, but I imagine Liverpool can pay him more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
As
But at
soon
the
as
end
they
of the
lose
day,
Diaz,
we've got the
which
best fans in the
won't
world.
be- Like, they won't keep Diaz for much
Oh,
longer.
no.
As soon as Diaz goes, Gordon's coming in.
Yeah.
Not
Starting for
necessarily.
Liverpool.
No, honestly,
Prime of his career. Of course he's
honestly, there's a lot of people who say like, "Oh, Isak's going here, they're going there." Not once have they ever said they've ever wanted to leave. They've always liked it here. We've just won our first trophy. It's like people are just trying to shit on the parade, really. Let's be honest. People
well,
are
Yeah,
just
well,
but
even
Liverpool
if,
have
like-
made an offer for Isak.
Even a hypothetical
No,
world,
they
if Chelsea
haven't.
won like an FA Cup or something this season, I'd still be worried about the likes of Palmer and stuff. Because,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
as soon
People
as,
would
like,
want him.
As
Yeah.
soon as Man United come knocking, Palmer used to be a Man United fan. As soon as they come knocking,
What, when we can finally win something? When we're not losing to Nottingham Forest?
oh, I've just got the second half of the sour. Ooh.
I can still
You're still
feel
on
it.
it.
I can still feel it in the back of my throat. Like, oh,
Next
what
time,
she said.
next time we're bringing spicy shit, and we're giving it to Jake.
no, we're not.
Yes, we are. I'll get you some milk.
No, he would spit that milk out.
I will die. I will die.
You won't die.
I mean, I'm fucking sweating from sour sweets. If I got hot sauce,
Are you not good with chili?
What?
Stuff? You're not good.
I'm
with
not
chili?
good with anything sweet.
I'm the
Fine,
same
I'll
with
bring the
Jake, to be
chili
fair.
stuff in next time.
Yeah, I'm the
What
same
else
with Jake.
What else have people been up to this week? That's not football. Yeah,
Yeah.
how was your week been, Sol? What have you been up to?
It's mostly been football related.
No, great.
All you do is football, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I ask it because
Oh.
I'm guessing when you're at home, you I don't know what YouTube
Watch
videos,
football.
game or something.
Yeah.
Jake games, he
Yeah.
sleeps.
I used
Sol
to.
watches football.
Yeah.
Or take lecture notes.
Lecture notes or football.
Oh.
You just do.
I don't
When you put it like that, it sounds really sad, doesn't it?
The thing is, right, I get it's a sport, and I get like I enjoy American football, like, and I would sit and watch it, but I could never watch a sport, even if I'm a diehard fan as much as you. Do you not get bored of it?
No.
It's the
No,
same.
I get watching it, but
Yeah, but
I
he
do
watches
other
it
stu-
so much.
I watch, but I do other stuff as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He
Tom,
just sits there and
you
watches
used to
it.
watch football, but you
It's
stopped
like
doing it
yesterday.
when
I
United went really
I only
shit. You
played
just
five
couldn't take it
side
anymore.
yesterday, but like
Yeah, but playing and watching is
exactly, I
different.
take a break. I don't
Yeah.
watch football.
Well, exactly. Yeah, but this he
No,
was-
playing it's more fun though.
I don't want to watch
Yeah.
football half the time because I'm watching my team get fucking pumped.
To
So
be fair,
my
Chelsea
mate-
done better this season.
I've got a mate who's got a box at Old Trafford, and he hasn't been to it in 2 years. He refuses to go.
Is that the box has been empty?
No, because he half owns with his business partner.
Oh, so people
So
have
the
been
business
using
people
it.
use
Yeah.
but
I was
he
gonna say, what
refuses to go
Yeah.
because he's.
Because he's like sell his ticket. You don't like sell a ticket. Just be like, yeah. You
I
can
don't know.
go.
I mean, when you got that much money, it doesn't really matter, does
Yeah,
it?
that's true. To be fair, it's mad. Because I would even go like I'd go anywhere if it was a box just to see what the
Yeah,
experience
yeah.
is like. Do you know you get like football tourists who go to like boxes just like match the experience? Like, do you
Yeah.
know how like people go like airlines and then check out the airlines?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
yeah.
people do on like football stadiums. They go to like boxes and look at the stuff there.
Yeah.
So you could probably do a pretty good vlog and put it on YouTube.
I asked the question, by the way,
Mm.
about season tickets.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get a response in the next couple of weeks, apparently.
Okay, yeah.
Season
Yeah.
tickets for
Newcastle for next year.
Because you know someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick of Man United. You're watching Newcastle now.
No, no.
Do
I
you know
just
a team
like-
that wins once?
Huh?
Do you know what's a team that wins once?
No, but I do like watching. I prefer watching football in person.
I'd rather go
Yeah.
to a stadium and watch it. Yeah.
And the good thing about going to a smaller ground like Barnsley, for example, is sometimes you feel like more part of the atmosphere or more part of
Yeah,
the club.
Yeah.
Cheaper tickets
It's
as
like
well.
the futsal, the varsity wake and the scream.
Scream.
Yeah, exactly.
I would rather be a Polly than
Then
a
I
cunt.
can't.
I'm saying a lot worse than that. The goalkeeper.
Yeah, but to be fair, I know.
Chicken Little.
Oh.
I saw him the other day, by the way. I was walking past Hustlers and I saw him.
Oh.
Was he happy? Was he really happy?
He was his mate. I didn't speak to him.
Chicken.
I was telling this about chicken.
Chicken. The thing is, right?
Yeah.
Since those guys started chanting that, like his nickname throughout uni will now be Chicken Little.
Chicken Little.
Yeah.
I hope he's leaving this show in that case. Then.
Or if
But
if I see him again, I'm gonna call him Chicken
Hey,
Little.
he came on the pitch for 30 seconds and
Scored?
immediately scored.
Made it 4-4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like when you came on the pitch for the varsity game. and
yeah,
you-
for the field
Oh,
goal
yeah.
and we scored
Got
it.
3
Yeah,
points.
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
I was got aura, bro.
Were you part of the special team that came on, or were you just?
Yeah,
like,
no, I was part of the special team.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
the field. I'm part of the field goal special team. I
What are you part of?
just
Oh,
the-
you've been on
the
punt.
cheerleaders.
yeah, he does punt to be fair.
Cheerleaders were the highlight of the fucking game. It was only 3-0. It was only 3-0. There's not much
I
else
was
to look
talking
at.
to a cheerleader, and apparently they were putting their performance team up, and one of them broke their ankle, but not the entire cheerleader
Oh
team.
yeah.
Is
That's
that why
why
they
our
had a
cheerleaders
smaller
went there.
team when it came to the day after for the futsal?
Might have been.
Yeah, because Newcastle, they had a massive team. And they
Yeah.
all came up, and then Northumbria had like, what, 1/3 the size?
I'm not gonna lie, mate. Compared to like, our cheerleaders are like a bit shit. Aren't
Well,
they?
we've never seen him perform.
Well, if one of them broke their legs, that's the entire thing out the window, isn't it? Because you need everyone in that team.
yeah.
Because you know how they do moves where they cross over each other and they move. Like, if one person's out of that, then there's a massive issue.
Well, no, like on that day, Newcastle's cheerleaders were so much better.
Yeah.
And
It's
I get,
impressive.
and I get,
It's impressive.
and I get it's because there was less of them. But I think even with the few amount they had, they could have probably done stuff.
Well, they did try the best.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like lovely performance from both teams. I just think Newcastle fucking.
How many-
Cracking performance, that like.
I just think
cracking performance.
Newcastle.
How many cheerleaders, female cheerleaders that is, would it take to get Jake at the top of a human pyramid?
Not enough. Not enough. Not enough.
They have to like an actual human pyramid. It'll have to have 4 bases, 4 walls, sorry.
Not enough. Not enough. Let me tell you.
I'll tell you what though, it is impressive. You know how like they stack each other up on like the shoulders,
Yeah,
and then one of them
that-
like does a flip off.
That
Yeah.
was
That's
really
quite
cool. To be
impressive.
fair, I that
We
was really
couldn't
cool.
do that.
No.
Even if we tried, we couldn't.
No.
do that.
They're just more athletic.
Yeah.
Well, they're just very flexible. And
Yeah, they're more flexible than we are.
And then like towards the end, someone like was struggling holding them up, and then like
Yeah.
there's this guy here just finding it really easy, and he was just like not straining whatsoever.
It's, yeah, because they haven't got strength. They just like Tom said, they're just very flexible, and they can do these things. But it's like
Oh yeah, I'm not flexible at all. I can't even. Touch
it's
my
like the
toes.
splits, right? Like they can easily do the splits because they're just flexible. Like I can't even get down.
Is it even natural
just
to be able
launch
to
each
do
other?
the splits? Is that even
No,
natural?
no,
No, well,
It
they're
can't be good for you
Well,
for
a
a
woman's-
certain period of time.
well, a woman's pelvis is wider than a male's.
So
Yeah, it
it's,
is,
it's easy for a woman to do
Yeah.
Yeah,
splits.
yeah.
Oh, I never actually knew that, but
Yeah.
it
Well,
makes sense.
Well, they've
you,
got to have a
you
baby
didn't
in
need to
there.
know it. I was gonna say, I feel like that'd be pretty obvious, wouldn't it? like, there's a reason their pelvis is bigger, and it's not for doing the splits.
That's why they've got like their hips are wider.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Oh well.
What have you been up to this week, Tom?
Well, Monday, Pull Society.
Nothing happened.
I went to
there.
my first Pill Society this week, and it was
Yeah.
it was interesting.
Yeah, you said it like you went without him going. It was like, yeah, we all
Yeah.
went to Pill Society on
See,
Monday.
Yeah, we all
I
did.
beat,
Jake,
I beat you two on 2 tables at the same time.
Yeah,
So
that
when-
was- that was-
I beat myself though because I potted the black and white.
Yeah.
My aura beat you on that pill table.
You beat me fair and
You,
square.
you
but-
just you saw me. You looked over and you saw me absolutely wiping the floor on
Sorry.
one table.
Yeah, I look
because
over and he's
scared.
running around the table beating Jake. You know?
Yeah, you're not bad at snooker, really. You're not bad.
I think I'm equal at snooker as I'm at pool, which is
Not many
weird,
people
because
ever
most
say
people
that.
are, Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird because Ethan is actually better at
I'm
snooker.
not
than
good at
Paul.
either. I'm just equal.
Yeah.
Who did I beat at snooker? Did I beat you?
You beat me. Yeah.
I beat, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it,
I
was
Tom
like-
beat
it was
you.
it was close though. I was like 61 to 50 or something like that.
It's quite a high score. Would have been
yeah.
like loads of fouls.
Yeah, you were 14 up at one point.
Oh
and
my
I turned
God,
it
I
around,
was-
went
Yeah, no,
5 up, and then you just
I was
claimed the
slapping
circles.
Jake at snooker because he had a really good start. He went on like a 11
Oh,
break for Jake, and I was
yeah.
like, right, I need to lock in. I lock in, and as soon as I start, I got up like 30 points on him. He started changing the scores, moving the balls on the table,
Oh, yeah.
and I was losing my shit.
That's a sign of conceding, just so you know. That's a sign of conceding.
I might have
It was
lost.
like 38 to 11 at some point,
I
and,
just fucking
and he
gave
just
up.
starts moving the balls. I'm like, for fuck's
Yeah, but I might have lost the game, but I won the mental battle. That's what counts.
Win the mental
Hey.
battle.
That's what counts. That's for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Ethan's actually better at snooker than pool. It's weird. He can pot some really good, like he can build some breaks at pool.
But you think is right.
Snooker.
If
You
you
don't want
be,
to give him a chance.
honestly, if you think right, if you're really good at snooker, you should absolutely wipe the floor with pool.
Yeah, because I mean snooker when you break
Yes, I
building,
know
it's really
because
difficult.
it helps you with the angles, of course. But
Yeah.
I mean, like, I
But, like, if
over
you-
hit balls in pool because I'm trying to cover the distance that you win.
Yeah.
in snooker.
They are two
Yeah.
different
Yeah,
games.
that's what I'm saying. Ethan does because if you see him when he does a screw back in a pool table, he's gone too far.
Yeah,
Like, he's
but
overdone it.
snooker, it's like inch perfect sometimes.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he's doing it. But yeah, it was like it was 2-2. So I went 1-0 up, and then it was 1-1, and it was 2-1 to me, then it was 2-2. And as soon as we went 3-2 up, it was like, all right, I'm going now. I need to talk to people. I need to talk to someone.
You're not calling Ethan out on a podcast. We're not I'm doing it in 2
No.
hours time.
He doesn't
But-
actually listen to this anyway.
But as a consolation, you did beat. Is his name Thomas? Or is that the other one?
oh,
Oh,
twin.
yeah.
14,
Yeah, you
4.
beat him 14-4.
You start getting a bit
So-
annoyed, didn't you? You
That
start
was very
hitting a
funny.
skew off the table and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, like, it was because I think you were like fucking smashing him anyway, and then I just came over and I just started talking shit to
Well,
him.
no, because you 7-balled him, and he said, "Oh, it was just I was just."
Oh, yeah,
Oh
unlucky.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then
Thing is-
Jay came up and then started going like, "Oh, it's just luck, isn't it?" Mate? It's just
Yeah.
luck."
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like the thing is, right,
Yeah.
I've 7-balled him, you've 7-balled him. At what point is it his own him being shit, not bad luck?
Like for example, I 7-balled Joe at Pool Society, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, fair play, that was really, really good."
Yeah,
from
yeah,
you."
yeah.
Like he took it well.
Yeah.
And then the twin
He
just
just
got lucky.
Just unlucky,
he
mate.
thinks he's better than all of us, and like no offense to him,
He's not.
he's never won a tournament, right? He's never won shit,
Between the two of them, only one of them has
Yeah,
won
what's
the
wrong with
tournament
not
Yes.
winning the tournament?
huh?
What's wrong with not winning the pill tournament?
once.
Yeah, Tom. Huh?
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 No, but they think they're better than everyone.
You've actually
Yeah,
beaten
yeah.
them a final though, I haven't.
Huh?
Yeah, but my final was I don't
Oh,
know. My,
shit, yeah, you
my
were in the
final,
final.
my final was
Oh.
when I had my peak. That was my peak aura. That
That
was peak
semi-final
aura.
against a twin will go down in history
Yeah,
as one of
yeah,
the
yeah.
best frames of pool I've
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
watched.
that was peak.
Do you remember
aura.
that?
That
And you
was-
had like the black was like against
You
the
were
pocket, you had
pissing
2
him
of your
off.
reds.
Yeah,
And
you
you
just-
and you suckered him, not meaning to.
Oh, no. What happened was
Oh.
because I don't know what rules we were playing.
it was
So-
pub rules. It was fine. International rules, you would have been kicked
Yeah,
out.
it was. We were playing pub rules, which means the balls don't have to hit the cushion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was intentionally, even if I missed my own ball, 'cause he only gets one on the black
Yeah.
anyway. Even if I would miss my own ball, I would intentionally move the white ball and just keep moving it around without hitting like any of the
just to
cushion.
Yeah.
just to
Yeah,
snooker the black.
just to like make sure he couldn't get it in.
And
And then he started getting annoyed. He was like, "No, he was like going up to Charlie. He's like, surely he can't do that. Surely the ball has to hit the cushion." And Charlie was like, "No, he's absolutely fine doing that because it's a foul." And then I did, and then I made one mistake, and I was like, "Okay, this is it."
I
He
thought
was-
it was it.
yeah, because he was lined up perfectly to get the black in, because the black was like right over the pocket, and the white ball was quite far away. So all he had to do was lightly tap it. For some reason, he whams it. The white and the black go in, and then
Starts off.
and he gets so mad.
mate.
That's
And
exactly where that is his brother beat me a few weeks
Yeah,
earlier,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's kind of calm. Okay.
Like, it was, because ever since then, right, he's never let it down. So every time he beats me, he goes, "Oh, do you remember that semi-final? That's how it should have gone." And I'm just like, that was like, it was like 3 months ago, bro.
Whenever
Like,
I'm playing,
Yeah, it's a year ago now.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, relax, bro.
I've kicked him out of the what was it? What do you call it? The final. The,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, the last 16 or whatever.
Something.
Every time I've played against him, right? So now every time I'm playing, he stands there and shit talks every bad shot I make.
Yeah.
Like there was one time I fucking just choked because this is when your tip was fucked in that queue.
Yeah.
And I miscued or something, and he was like, "Oh, you couldn't do that against me." And at the end of it, I walked up and "Fuck you!" And I just walked. So what the
Yeah.
fuck are you doing?
Like at the end of the day, right? It is a bit of fun. It's not like a serious
Yeah,
competition.
yeah.
We're not
Yeah,
playing,
it's-
we're
well,
not-
it's
we're
just
not playing-
banter,
We're
innit?
not playing for money.
No.
We're just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. When you play, you want to win. So you do
Yeah.
get a bit annoyed sometimes.
I'm
But you
not-
lose gracefully. Like, you lost gracefully.
But I didn't care that
right?
I lose. But it's like you just
Yeah.
stood there shit talking, like, brother,
Yeah,
it's
like remember when it's a beta.
Yeah.
Like, you know, these
It's
people are professionals.
Oh, no,
yeah,
it's
we're
so
not in the
funny.
World Snooker Final, are
I
we?
know,
Yeah.
it's so funny because sometimes if these two are playing him, right, and then, like, let's say they beat him, and say I'm just around the table, he'll just, like, randomly say, "Oh, if Jake was playing, I would have won." Like,
Well, that's a completely
Huh?
different game.
like, what?
There's no relation.
It's like- it's like-
Oh,
It's like I know I'm shit at pool. Like,
What is-
I know.
when that older gentleman, I don't know his name, beat Tom, was about to spank his brother.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the professor.
Huh? Yeah,
Professor.
yeah. He's actually a professor.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I think so, yeah.
What?
But
At
he-
uni?
Yeah.
But he was about to six ball him because the other.
The
I
one who
think
came on his first
7
week
or
and
something.
He
won.
might be
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
he might
yeah.
be here again today.
But he wanted to make sure that he potted the white, so he potted the white and black because he hit
Mm.
it too hard, and he was like, "These tables are just too quick. We all say the same fucking thing. Fix
Yeah.
the fucking table." Anyway,
Please.
and the fucking twin walks up and says, "I finally met my match." I'm like, brother, you were getting slapped. What do you
Yeah.
mean met your match?
I had a conversation with Charlie about like what they could possibly do with her beta over
Yeah.
summer to like
No
sort it
super
out.
table. unfortunately.
Well, he was saying they might try and get one of the tables contactless because obviously the whole
Good idea.
like,
Yeah.
having the
Yeah.
run changing because
Yeah.
you don't do contactless. Don't do cashback here is stupid.
Yeah.
But obviously, if they have a contactless pool table, they
Mhm.
lose certain rights for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I never.
Yeah,
knew, I didn't
I
think it
can
was
see
I
safe.
said get rid of the stupers football table that no one
Yeah.
uses, and
Yeah.
that little strip there you can put dartboard in, sort of,
Mhm.
anything like that.
He
Keep
said
the
no
darts
to
behind
that
the-
as well.
Well, it's
didn't
No,
he?
I spoke to one of the other staff and he was like, "Yeah, we want to do that, but we'd have to keep the darts behind the bar and stuff." And I'm like, "Everywhere does that anyway."
Yeah.
I just
Well,
tell
we-
people to bring their own darts because you won't ruin their own equipment.
Yeah.
When we were having the elections for the SU, we were talking to one of the candidates, Saf, and
About
she
up in
wanted
Reds
to put like
Oh,
6 tables.
Yeah,
up in
no,
Reds.
she wanted to make Reds like a proper bar.
Yeah.
She wanted
and
to redo it and
Because do you know
use
in
it for
Reds?
functions and
Do you know
shit.
when you go up into the front door of Reds, right?
Yeah.
And you look in, there's loads of like seats at the back.
Yeah.
No one ever
No
sits
one
there.
ever uses
You
No.
could have 2-3 pool tables right there.
Oh, yeah.
And you could redo the
Yeah.
bar so it's like all the way around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
instead.
Yeah.
It could be like an all-day bar. Could always be open for people to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
up
yeah.
and stuff. You
And
know,
you-
it'd be like a second Ibiza, basically.
And they can redo the stage.
The Reds bar does go all the way around, by the way, the U shape. It does.
No, you but like, because you know there's a wall at the back.
Yes.
He means the wall
like
on
a
that
full
side.
circle.
Yeah,
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 it's a
yeah,
full
like a
circle.
proper.
Like around the entire
No, no,
U,
no, no.
like-
No, no, no,
I've been
no.
there for
Right.
enough gigs. It is,
Yeah. But like redo so the whole thing. So then you got pool tables on one side.
Hmm.
Perhaps leave the wall there on the other
but
side.
there's also
so,
a balcony up there. That's just not.
That's what I
But
mean,
you're not
like,
even
you
allowed on the balcony most of the time. It's shut. So what's the point?
so like,
Well, yeah, I can see why it's
I know
shut.
it's a student union, but the
being up
space
there.
is good, and they could do something. And she wanted to
Yeah.
do something with it, but now we're getting
Well,
them off.
it's not just that, right? It's like Domain as well, right? There's so much space in Domain for them to put things in there.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
Coleman's uses an event hall. that's
Yeah,
what
it's
It,
like-
it,
I know
it
it's
can't
like
be
an
hard though
event
to just move this pool table every once in a while when there's an event on.
Yeah,
right?
but there's they do salsa up there like twice a week.
I think
They
we better
do,
have
like-
pool in the Reds than the
Yeah,
Rain,
yeah. Well,
to
Reds
be
is like
fair,
an actual bar.
Well, Reds. Well, for the gaming society that use the bar, it's not very much of a gaming bar. It's literally just
It's
a.
not.
It
It's
looks like
just-
an Irish bar. To be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah,
without the
yeah.
artwork.
It's not a game. Like all they have is right is literally like 3 monitors with a fucking Xbox, PlayStation, and like a Wii.
And they move them all the time.
And they
They're
just
not
move
always-
them,
they're
up,
not even
and
there.
that's the gaming part of it. And then the rest is just like open floor, and there's just empty space that could be used for like pool tables,
Yeah.
snooker
Yeah,
tables.
Reds
and,
is kind of pointless at the moment.
oh yeah, Reds
Yeah,
is
yeah.
pointless. Yeah.
Like when I first came to uni, Habita was actually not as good as it is now. There were no pool tables. There was
Yeah.
no like photo
Yeah.
bits. There was like
The
not as
food
many
was
TVs.
horrendous, like,
The
3
food
years
was
ago
worse.
as well.
Yeah.
Weren't as many TVs. It was actually just there for football. And that's it.
But
Really.
Habita's quite a nice place.
They've
Oh,
improved it
I
a lot since
enjoy
we've been
going
at
to it
uni.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually, the thing is that with Habita, I think now is in a pretty good position What they need to do is just renovate the rest of the student union. So like
Upstairs.
this, like mainly upstairs. So like Domain, Reds, and like even like the podcast room and
Even
stuff.
that
like,
room there.
Oh, even literally the room next to us. Right,
Do
just
something.
do something with it, right?
Yeah. No space gets left.
Wasn't it a streaming setup at one point? Like they
It
had
was.
seen it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you could book it and you could go and like play games and like
They said-
stream
they,
in
they
there.
said Nathan said something about like a flood or something happening in here or something. So like you could.
Hang on, you might know this. I was told when I played esports for the uni year, my first year, that we have a computer lab somewhere with like top spec PCs we can't use since COVID.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that?
I don't know where it is, but when I was trying out I was going to try out for the Siege team before the game died.
Yeah.
They mentioned it then as well, but I don't know where it is.
No, because like
Are they
PCs
reviving
are
the
expensive.
esports team?
no, it's
Possibly.
still a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still a thing. Just it's like
It's
a
just
lot
It's
of
run by
games-
different people, isn't it?
A lot
Yeah.
of the games have died out. Like I
yeah,
wanted to do
Siege,
Siege,
Overwatch.
but
that
Siege
sort of
X is
thing.
coming out this year, so there's a chance that
yeah.
Siege will
COD's
actually
dying slowly.
get a revival.
Yeah.
GTA 6 will come out and everything would be happy again.
Yeah, that's scary. But can you imagine? Oh, apparently, did you see Aiden Ross wants to do it? So in GTA 6, you can get paid for shit you're doing online.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
playing crypto.
They're trying to monetize GTA.
Yeah, but imagine
basically.
you're like doing a job in GTA 6 and you get real money for it. I'll fucking do that.
I'd do that.
Jesus Christ, that would change gaming forever.
If I have to wait 20 years for GTA 6, if they actually do that, it'll be worth it.
I'm not going outside again.
No,
no,
I don't get-
£100 to buy it. Have you seen
No,
that?
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay. Cause I have to
But
buy a
there's
console.
a
to
game
do it.
just came out that was like 60, 70 quid, so it's not really
Well,
that
the
Yeah,
problem
crazy,
with
is it?
well, I don't know. Recently, there was the Nintendo Direct, and they were just kind of showing everything that was happening.
Was
with,
that
like,
the one that was like 60,
that
70?
Charlie was
yeah.
watching, the one that Charlie was watching, obviously. And thing is, the Direct, like the stuff that, like the games that are coming out for like this new Nintendo Switch, right? They looked really good, and everything was promising until they released the price tag. And the console, which £500 fair for a console, right? But the games are like they're going to be up to £90 for a game.
So I'm
Which
going to
is
put like
fucking
700, 800
mental.
quid aside just for
Yeah.
GTA 6 on the console,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Well,
I'm gonna buy
yeah.
an Xbox Series S.
So
I
I've
think.
already got a
Yeah.
PS5.
I've got a PS5 as
You're
well.
fine.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
sorted.
The thing
yeah.
is, I've got a PC that's pretty. What do you call it?
The thing is, right, your PC could run GTA 6. The
My
problem
PC will run GTA.
yeah,
6.
it will. The problem
Mine
is
will.
GTA like
They're not. They're
the
releasing on
games-
console
Yeah,
first.
it's console
And
first.
do I
yeah.
want to wait 6 months to play?
No.
Oh no, because then you'd be behind everyone
Yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna buy a console to play it.
I want to
early.
play it on the first day it comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so do
yeah.
I, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the cheapest console, which is the Series S,
S.
I believe. It's like
We'll pre-order at the same time then.
yeah, yeah.
But you
To be
know
fair-
what,
to be fair, if-
you already know for a fact that people are going to try and make like an emulator to get it from console to PC
Yeah, yeah.
as soon
Yeah.
as possible.
But I'm
To be fair-
gonna do it all legit.
To be fair, if
because-
you want a Series S, I can just sell you mine. I've got a Series S. I don't use it anymore.
I don't use my
Really?
PS5.
That's really like if you want like if you're gonna buy one, I'll just sell you my
Yeah,
Series S.
when you competitively game, do you play on PC or PS? PC.
I used to do some competitive back on PS5.
Oh,
but I
usually.
mainly
If
did
you
on
want my
PC.
console, I'll
Yeah.
just sell it to you.
Is it in good condition?
Yes, I've only had it for a year.
But competitive
But
Siege
now-
kind
You
of
don't
died
use
on
it.
console.
I've got
that's why I got a
PlayStation now.
PC in the first
Uh-huh.
place.
Yeah, yeah.
Can
That's
you
why
like
I got it for
switch
COD,
from like
'cause COD
PlayStation to
swapped
Xbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what
Like,
esports.
so I can play with you if you
Yeah,
want.
you can. Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
so GTA
Start
6
our own
will come
podcast
out
off.
with cross. So it'll come out with cross-platform, which basically means it doesn't matter what platform you're on, we'll be able to play together.
Oh, that should be.
Yeah, we all don't
Yeah.
need
I
the
might
same
just buy it off
console.
you then.
I might see if I can get like a bundle, like an Xbox
Oh, just get a
with
bundle.
GTA
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, because there
That's
will
what I
be.
did for my PS5 because like
Yeah.
the PS5, I bought it the week after it came out when it was like impossible to get. it.
3,000 quid.
I
Yeah.
bought the because I had my notifications on everything, so I'd get it at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'd
Yeah.
wake up for it. But I got the bundle that came with a T-shirt and a webcam because it was the one thing that no one would buy. So you got that bundle because it had a few saved aside.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I got my PS5. I've only just got it. I got it for Christmas. I only just got a PS5 because I didn't want to buy one on release because, like Tom said, they were like fucking way too expensive.
No,
And-
My
mine
buddy
wasn't
paid a grand
expensive,
for one.
to be fair.
What?
No,
My buddy
I
got
got
one
mine
off
for
a
retail
scalper for
price.
over
Mine
a
was like
grand.
mine was
I
like
know.
400 quid, I think.
Not
Fucking
With
bad.
the camera and the T-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my PS5 literally just came into about £500.
You get disco digital.
What?
You get the disco the digital.
Digital.
One. That's why mine was cheaper.
Cheaper.
Digital. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you only start doing comp on Siege, or have you played other games before?
No Siege.
When did Siege come out? It's been out for a while.
Operation Black Ice was 2016, 2015,
Oh.
2016.
Fucking hell.
I started playing it in Red Crow. The season Hibana Echo came
Yeah.
out, year 1, season 3.
What game did you start on?
What actual game did I was
Yeah.
I first playing? It would have been.
Like, what was your first like? Well, I
I
had this
think
conversation with
my
Jake
first
once.
game would have been Black
Mine
Ops
was
2.
up.
I was fairly late to games.
Damn.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2
Like
was
apart
an
from like
elite game, though.
Minecraft and shit, like my first actual game was Black Ops
Yes.
2, I think. Yeah.
Black
Mine
Ops-
was Black Ops 1.
Yeah, like I
the
was quite
first
late
Call
to
of
playing
Duty,
games.
yeah.
I was a football kid, so I was too late.
How old
So
were you
was
when you
I.
started playing?
Oh god, when did Black Ops 2 come out?
2012.
2012.
Yeah, donkeys ago.
That just
So I
sounds
would've
quite
been-
early to me.
Yeah, I would have been 11.
Oh.
One thing that really hit me was
Yeah, I'm a granddad.
because Black Ops 2's universe is set in 2025, and we're obviously in
Mm,
2025.
Yeah.
So if you
Right.
think right, we were like 11, 12 playing Black Ops 2 in this like future universe set in 2025.
Thinking it's going to be absolutely different.
Thinking we're like, oh, fucking plenty of time until
Well, I remember-
2025,
Yeah.
and now we're fucking here. Like, oh my
Have you ever
god.
seen Back to the Future 2? Where they go they go forward in time to 2015.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they're like, all the shit they predicted we've got fucking none of it.
None of it,
What did they
yeah.
predict?
we
Like
had
flying
like
cars?
hoverboards,
Hoverboards,
like
like,
actual hoverboards, like
yeah.
skateboards or hover, fucking
flying cars,
Like available for everyone and
clothes that dry themselves,
Delves,
shit like
yeah.
that.
Instead, we have AI that thinks 9 plus 10 is actually 21 because of the fucking meme.
Yeah.
We have fake egos that people like go out
Yeah,
with
yeah.
now these
Well,
days.
It's not just like that movie. Like every piece of media that was made from like the 90s and like the early 2000s.
When was Futurama supposed to be set? Was that way ahead?
Futurama's like 20, like fucking 300.
Do you know what depresses me at what future we're kind of approaching, in my opinion? Have you ever seen Dread? 2012 film. Basically, it's like post-apocalyptic after World War III or whatever, and we all live in one big city, and it's under like an iron fist by these. Basically, you have the police that are all judge, jury, and executioner. So if you make one crime, you're getting fucking killed on the spot.
Right.
It's like that dystopian, but it looks like real life. Everyone's getting poorer. You've got fucking militarized police and shit.
Some of that's
Watch the
coming
film. It's a good film.
Some of that's coming true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
But
around,
how depressing is that? We're not going towards fucking Star Trek where we had fucking
Well,
spaceships.
have you heard of the Doomsday Clock? The thing that keeps ticking to midnight. And if
Yeah,
midnight
yeah.
comes, that means the world's over.
Well, do you remember that
We're
movie?
closest now
I
than
don't
ever
like the
before.
There was
Well,
that
no.
movie 2012, the one where it was a natural disaster.
Yeah, it was at the end
Oh,
of the
London
Mayan
and-
calendar, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the thing is with that Doomsday Clock is I'm pretty sure it was supposed to set in like 20 at the end of the Mayan calendar, but then they realized that the world didn't actually end, so they moved it back.
I'm alright.
We're
Oh
gonna-
yeah, no, because if they say like the movie it's 12 o'clock, then what do you mean?
No,
You can't-
no.
that means you
Fuck, I want
can't do
another
it.
one. I'm not fucking having orange and
Realistically,
apple
you
again.
can't move it to
Right,
midnight
do you want- do you want
because you don't have a
orange
world
apple
left to do it.
What pisses me off about the Doomsday Clock, right, is I don't believe.
Do you think it's fear mongering?
Yeah. I just
Mm.
believe it's a bunch of fucking egotistical fucking
Scientists.
academics, yeah,
Which one
who
is
just
that?
sit around saying, oh, you know what, I feel like this is a threat to us. Let's move the clock forward.
It gets it does get a lot of media attention though, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's because the news get profits from fear mongering, right?
Mm.
Because if
Pineapple
BBC,
passion fruit.
So nice.
I'm not
Orange
gonna ask
and
you. You've saved me from going on a rant and a tangent there.
Well saved.
Oh,
I would
can't.
have ranted for 10 minutes on how much I hate the news.
If only we could all just get along here. If
I
only.
always feel like somebody's watching
Get out of fucking cock it, you cunt.
Are we gonna cheers it again?
Oh,
then?
it's only my goblin.
Oh.
Jake will do it. If I can get it out.
The thing is, my mouth is already getting sour just looking at it.
Thinking about it.
Oh.
So recent. Cheers, boy.
Cheers, boys.
It's quite nice this one actually.
Oh my god.
I need the second angle, just look at your face.
What was this?
I love YouTube's reaction and Soul's just locked in. Bro is locked in.
Stoic.
Mother of.
I've worked out how to get past it. Just lick it as hard as
Don't
you
be a
can,
bitch,
as
that's how you
fast as
get
you
past
can. If you lick it as hard as you can, as fast as you
No,
can,
I'm
you
slow-
get to the sweet.
I'm slowly like.
I've got a fucked up tongue.
I'm on the sweet.
I've got like a genetic
Same.
disorder with my tongue, right?
No?
Which if I eat like tomatoes
Oh yeah,
and
you
shit,
got the orange apple one. Yeah, that'll fucking suck.
Same,
That one.
same.
Oh,
but
fucking
if
hell.
I eat tomatoes and like fruits that are really sweet, it fucks my tongue.
Do you think it's sour?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what's wrong with my tongue. I went to a
I've
dentist
seen
and I
a
said, "What the
fucking
fuck's wrong with this?" And
ghost.
he's like, "Go to a doctor." I went to a doctor. The doctor said, "Go to a fucking dentist." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Not the NHS.
I will say though,
Like it doesn't hurt me. But
that
only
one
if I eat
wasn't
shit like
as
that.
bad.
Which one is it?
The passion fruit one.
Oh yeah.
That one wasn't as bad as
Orange and
the
apple.
fucking apple one. I was a. Jump over there.
You know what? That wasn't too bad.
No, the apple one was
I'm turning
sour
into
as fuck. I mean, it's nice,
good thing,
but
Yeah. Shit.
Look at my. Do you want to see my tongue now?
Yeah. Oh, it's like a little bit red.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
hot.
Because it's fucked.
When did you want to touch it? Make it
No.
feel better.
I firmed that one a lot better than I did the orange and apple. To be fair.
Facial
But-
expression wise, no.
no, I didn't. But I feel like I got a lot better.
I've just been stoic, stone faced.
Jake, can you sing me a little soothing song?
It should be you singing the soothing songs.
I always feel like somebody's
Watching
watching me.
me.
And now with DMCA strike.
I
I
don't
haven't
have
told
no
you about
privacy.
my mystery YouTube channel, have I? Obviously, you
No.
know about my other YouTube channel. I put
Gaming.
my gaming stuff on. I've got a mystery singing YouTube channel.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
It's
Oh yeah, you do metal covers, don't you?
well, believe it or
Well,
not,
that's what he's
I
on.
do sleep talking covers on my mainly sleep talking covers on there, but
Oh, it's kicking in
it's
again.
all it's like there's no face cams or anything like that. It's not linked to my name or anything.
Yeah.
Private.
It's not private. Like the visuals are like up there, but people don't know it's me.
That's good. I like the idea of that.
But I don't tell anyone about it. If you find it, fair enough. But no
Bad
one
place to
actually
be
has.
taking
Yeah.
it now in front of the podcast.
Well, we don't know the name. Well, we
Two,
don't-
two people.
No one watches this
Yeah,
anyway.
two people have found it, but
Shit. Do you know what my biggest fear about pursuing singing, right?
one of the
It's-
videos has 12k views, by the way.
Fucking hell.
That's pretty good.
Teach me.
Hey, what song was that to?
It was Hypnosis, one of the Sleep Talking songs. It was big enough that back in they don't really do it now because Sleep Talking are massive now.
Yeah.
But they used to. I think it was Four who shared it, the guitarist.
hmm
They used to share like people just doing covers
Yeah, yeah,
and
'cause
stuff
I was talking.
online.
Oh, I.
And he shared one of it, and it got about 7k views overnight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was
Oh,
talking
that's
to the guy I produce with, and someone else who he worked with. They did covers of like this small like, indie band, and she got like a couple of million views on a couple of TikToks because she just did like 30-second cover of their song, and they were like, "Oh shit, this is so cool! They're doing that shit," and they just
To be fair,
just
one thing I've
retweet it or
realised is
repost
that
it.
when it comes to views, it's much easier to get views on TikTok. It's 2 million. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
almost more impressive to get 12k on YouTube.
I went.
It's so
Yeah.
much harder to be seen on
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah. I went to school with a girl who did a TikTok that had 10 million views, and it's literally her doing
It's just nothing.
that's it, and she got
Ask-
10 million
Yeah,
views.
you know Amelia. You know how she had like 2.3 million
Yeah.
views. I asked her like, how does that one get more than the other ones? She was like, oh, it's just algorithm. Like, I have no idea what video's gonna get more views. It
Yeah.
just so happens that the algorithm
TikTok's a
comes out.
fucking
so-
joke. It's like
I know.
Yeah.
What in the trip is going on your laptop screen?
Oh yeah, Tom.
you know,
Do you wanna talk
I've got family members in Australia,
Yeah.
and they know or they went to school with in a different year. Do you
Mhm.
know Sidemen did that Inside? The
Oh, aye,
TV
for sure.
So Leah
Yeah.
Holton, the Australian
Yeah.
actress on there, she has like 7 million views on one of her TikToks.
Mhm.
Went to school with her.
Damn.
You went to school with like Leah Holton person.
No, one of my family members.
Oh.
in
Can I tell you
Australia.
something? This might make you lose your shit.
Oh my god.
I went to school with someone who went to because went to school in Spain, right? I went to private school in Spain. Don't
Have you got a skill and I mean your mouth?
no. I went to school with someone who's went to an English school with Abramovich's kid, and there's pictures of him and Abramovich and all that shit. Doing
One of my
shit.
friends, one of my Belgian mates, he went to the British School of Brussels. He
Yeah.
knows Forgan Hazard. You know,
Fucking
Eden
hell.
Hazard's
Oh, wow.
younger brother.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking hell.
Which
that's
is
pretty
very that upsets me a lot.
yeah. It must suck though to be like someone
Belgian,
like
yeah, I know, right?
yeah, no, to be like their brother or something. Cause you would never know. People are like your friend just to meet your brother.
good. Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you're Taylor Swift's fucking kid or whatever.
Well, my
Like-
tutor, Davis, me fucking architecture tutor, he is generally just friends with fucking Brian Johnson, your AC/DC vocalist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Because they both collect minis.
Yeah, Brian Johnson loves his cars.
And
Okay.
Davis, he's the man who restores all 3 of the original Italian Job minis to the
shit.
condition they're in now, like
Oh, wow.
movies and stuff.
I'm doing gigs over the summer, and the drummer's cousin is one of the members of Judas Priest. If you know who they are.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently,
What those are. Yeah.
And so that's just how
That's
weird is it?
nice.
Just small world kind of shit.
It's very. It's a small country, the UK, generally speaking. So.
Yeah, but like these are bands that tour all over the world. Like
True.
AC/DC's an Australian band technically.
I've got
Yeah.
people in one of the lads in my class who does Hillsong, one of the church things in Newcastle. He has like Newcastle players who go to his church.
Fucking hell.
It was Joe Willock or someone, I think he said one of them is.
Oh yeah, he's religious.
It's Isaac.
yeah. Yeah. By the way, talking football, KDB has left Manchester City. Well, but in the season.
Yeah,
still
in the
league.
season.
Good
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Where's he going? Middle
I
Probably
don't
East.
know
Saudi,
yet.
yeah,
Probably
probably
Saudi.
Saudi.
He's gonna get a good pay packet there, but
400 million quid for
Yeah.
3 weeks of work.
he's been there. He's been there 10 years, you know.
Yeah.
He was like the only player still there that was there before Pep came.
Does Jake know who KDB is?
No.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh.
The guy who.
Yeah, I know.
Ginger.
I know who Kevin De Bruyne
He was a
is.
spotty
Yeah.
baby till he grew a beard, and then he suddenly looked.
Yeah, I know who he is, but I just didn't know his initials.
Yeah, he's 34 now, so he was 24 when he joined City. He was a Chelsea reject.
Yeah. And
Just
then,
like Mohamed Salah.
How do you feel about that one?
And then
Yeah.
Courtois shagged his girlfriend and he became the best midfielder in the world. Apparently.
Literally like a month after that happened, he scored a penalty against Courtois in the Champions League.
That's why he was probably giving it in the celebration.
Yeah, yeah. And then Mohamed Salah was a Chelsea reject as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who was
You
the other
just
one?
got really good bad instincts, haven't you? And then you take fucking Sterling off him, who just went to shit.
Yeah. You had Daniel Sturridge for a bit as well before you left.
Imagine Imagine like Hazard had a bad season of us and we sold in Hazard. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
You should have bought his brother because he was pretty good as well.
Not as good as him, obviously. Well, he played
Yeah.
different positions.
Who was that really
Yeah,
good
true.
like African player you had?
Wait, Drogba.
Midfielder, attacker.
Midfielder.
John Obi Mikel.
John and Mikel.
N'Golo Kante.
N'Golo
Was it him?
Kante.
Oh,
His face
Kante.
French, bro.
Is he
Yeah.
French?
Yeah.
I thought he was from Senegal. No, I'm thinking of
His parents are.
who's the
What's the one we
Senegal?
have now?
No, who's this? I'm thinking the Senegalese player, Mane. I'm confusing the two.
Mane
But
plays
I did
Liverpool.
mean N'Golo
We didn't have
Kante.
Mane.
He played
Huh?
for Liverpool, Mane.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah.
No, I was
Playing-
confusing the
playing
two of them. Their
Sadio Mane.
Best player in the world.
I was confusing their ethnicities,
Oh,
but I did mean N'Golo Kante. What happened to him? Because he was a really good player.
He went to Saudi.
Huh?
Yeah, like Mane as well.
I feel like that's just where everybody goes these days.
Literally, when you retire, just go to a
It's
Saudi.
why I have
Saudi.
so much respect for Mbappe, because they offered him £1 billion and he told him to
Oh
do
yeah,
one.
it was like the biggest contract in like sports history or something.
It was like £1 billion for what, a year? And he
Yeah.
said, "No, fuck off, I want to go and win."
That's why. Do you reckon? Do you think players like Ivan Toney are actually going to ever make the England squad again? Because like
no,
we all know Ivan Toney's absolutely fucking unbelievable.
no,
but
but
like he's not proven himself.
To be
is he?
fair though, Jordan
No.
Henderson came back from Saudi to Ajax, and he's in the England squad for some weird reason.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
Ivan
he's
Toney
been-
needs to come along just because his penalties.
Someone,
He's only like 30. He could still play. Like that's the problem. He could still play really at the highest level for a good.
Yeah,
3-4
bring him along
years.
just in case we get a penalty shootout. We'll bring Ivan
Literally,
Toney on.
no look. Simple as that.
I was
Pressure. What pressure? Pressure's
Harry
retired.
Kane wants to come back to England.
Yeah, he
He wants
does.
to end
Oh,
his,
yeah,
he
there
wants
were
to end his
reports.
career in Liverpool apparently.
I just
Anfield.
can't see him playing for Liverpool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
but
him
I
in a
reckon.
Liverpool shirt. It's hard to
No.
imagine.
But then again, imagine he does. The thing is, it's really good because
Mm.
Liverpool will never win again until he
Ah.
retires.
Yeah. Well, Bayern Munich didn't they were like 12 points ahead? Now it's been cut down to 6 points or something with like 8 games left.
If he
Bayern
doesn't
will.
win, Bayern win 11 years in a row, and he
He's
arrives.
actually, if he doesn't win the
And he
season, he's
loses
actually
2
cursed
years in
because
a
they've been
row.
ahead all season first.
Yeah.
It's insane. They won like 10 in a row or something before Kane.
feel-
Then he came, they lost the first one.
I feel really bad for him because he's actually a good player.
Oh, he's
He's-
unbelievable.
He
But
just can't. He just
he's
can't
the
win.
Same as fucking your Bruno Fernandes,
Yeah, yeah.
and the fact that you hate to play against
Yeah,
him, but you love
yeah.
him when he's on your team.
Yeah.
Love hate player.
He's a little rat.
Yeah. No, another thing is also
Like-
imagine if Tottenham won the Europa League this season, how Kane would feel. Like that would be unbelievable.
Yeah, but that's not gonna
Tottenham win a
happen.
trophy. Good night. The Audi Cup doesn't count, man.
Yeah. Be Man United in the final, to be fair, in the Europa League.
Unless no,
Tottenham
we're
Man
we're
United.
projected to lose against Leon.
Oh well, you haven't played your first game against them yet, so you don't know.
No, we're playing
Fair,
it
I
in
wouldn't be
France
surprised
first. That's
if we
probably
lose
why.
against.
That gives you a bit of an advantage though, playing
Who,
in
who
first
do we
away.
have again? Fucking, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose against that fucking
Warsaw, was it?
Legia Warsaw. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you also talked about this the other day. Aren't they like second in their Polish league or something?
No, Legia Warsaw are sixth in
Oh,
sixth or
that's it.
seventh in
So
Poland.
it should be a win for Chelsea at this rate.
Don't worry, if we get through the next round, we have sixth in Slovakia.
Thing is, right? If you were to win the Conference League and we win the Europa League, that just gives our club something to be happy about. Because we've
For
done
once.
something.
Yeah. Or you could look at that as a reminder that you've just been playing such a shit
Definitely done
competition.
something.
Well,
Then you look at your league position and you're like, oh, actually, you know what? It's
thing
not been
is,
a great season.
doesn't it prove how much better Premier League football is?
Literally.
Like we've
Yeah.
gone to the Europa League and we've got a lot of like, what top 10 teams in the Spanish league in there,
hmm
and we are beating them, and we're 14th in the Prem.
Yeah, because like when you look at like
That
transfers.
doesn't prove how good of a leagues are. That proves how shit you have been in the league.
To be fair,
Yeah,
though, what
yeah.
proves how good a league is where the players are all going, and the Premier League was where most of the players normally go. Like Aston Villa were trying to get like players from like I think it was like the 300 or like basically mid-table Premier League teams can go for the teams in like the top half of most leagues in Europe.
I can tell you, I was geeking.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's about the league, and the Premier League is the best league in the world. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Like we can tell because in the international break we hate it so much because our league is so good. When you look at England play, it's like it's just boring.
Yeah, but I do like it when England wins.
Well, yeah.
What? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, but like,
Really?
no, but like, you were saying that you want to get rid of the Euros and just keep the World Cup.
Well, if in terms of like players not playing too many games, it would be an ideal thing to do.
I think we need to get rid of the Europa League and the Conference League personally.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Because like they're just
Make playing in
it's
Europe
like
mean
consolation. Yeah.
something. Yeah,
But
exactly.
to be fair, the Europa League and the Conference League aren't not be this bad. It's just that we've been so shit in the Premier League. Like the competition's rising in the Premier League so much.
Yeah, that's
Teams
true.
who shouldn't be in those competitions are in those competitions.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be a Conference League spot at all in
Yeah.
the Premier League.
Yeah, I agree. Chelsea was wasting time going to dark corners of Europe every week. But yeah,
I don't even know, mate. Fucking going to Kazakhstan for a -20 match against a
say hi to Borat for me.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Hey, we like it when England win. That's the quote I'm going to remember from today. Then that's right. We're all very good patriots in here.
I like it when England.
Yeah, that's our hour up. Yeah, thank you for coming, Reese. You're always welcome to come back again. We won't be doing one for the next 3 weeks. I think this place is closed and you guys aren't here anyway.
Yeah, literally,
But,
Habita literally closes
tonight.
tonight.
Should
Yeah.
we do an online podcast next week?
Oh yeah, FaceTime. Jake's just sat in the toilet. Oh guys, flush. Yeah.
Next week, I'll provide you with my microphones.
Yeah. But yeah, no. We'll leave it at that then. Thank you for watching. And
The last second of the podcast
After
me
we
on
said
the fucking
goodbye.
skull.
It just cuts out.
yeah, I'll go on laptop.
Did that sound echoey?